Not know about the game is that it has tons of cool Easter eggs and secrets, so here's a look at just some of the best. Now, if you're a big fan of Fallout's developers Bethesda, then you're probably familiar with their fantasy RPG, The Elder Scrolls. Then, when taking on Fallout 4, you may recognize a familiar looking plant in the Brotherhood of Steel's flagship. But take a closer look at this experimental plant, and fans will notice it has a resemblance to Nirn roots from The Elder Scrolls Tamriel. While it can't be brewed in potions in this game, at least it's always good to heal some damage and radiation, and that's a plus. 50s pop culture has been a part of Fallout games for quite some time, and what was big in the 50s? Aliens. While aliens have been in each Fallout game up to date in some way, in Fallout 4 it's just the same, and in fact it's pretty epic. When in the Commonwealth, players may see a burning UFO in the distance, just south of Oberlin Station. It's pretty cool to just look at the UFO in itself, but if you follow the trail of green blood, it can lead to some pretty cool loot. Well, I mean, after you take down the violent alien first. Fallout 4 is set in Massachusetts, so what better way to pay tribute to one of the state's most important writers, Henry David Thoreau, than with Walden Pond. See, Walden Pond is actually where the author wrote one of his most popular pieces titled none other than Walden. But what's cool about this is in the game, if you go a little bit further, you'll hear some raiders chatting about transcendentalism and even Walden himself.
That's why they call it being Thoreau.
Oh, and this guy invented
Transcendentalism.
So come on, who said video games can't be educational? This next one involves one of my personal favorite places in Fallout 4, Diamond City, and while the city seems to be full of Nor motifs, the Japanese-speaking noodle vendor Takahashi has one of his own if you listen carefully. Now the robot does sell you noodles, but what he's saying to you in the process translates to "what will you do?", which plays homage to the same quote made by a chef de Deckard in the sci-fi neo-noir film Blade Runner, all tacking on to how a pistol in Fallout New Vegas was modeled after Deckard's revolver in the same film.
Tell me a joke.
And last but not least, we can't forget our good friend Nick Valentine and the Mysterious Stranger. Now by taking a little action, you can use a perk to summon the stranger who's followed players since the original Fallout game, but even still you don't know that much about him. But luckily, if you look close under Nick Valentine's bed in his office, you'll find Nick's case on the stranger, which shares a little more for long-term fans to hold on to about Fallout's recurring visitor. Take a look at these 5 Fallout 4 Easter eggs and secrets to enrich your time while playing in the game, and you can also take a look at a few more on you already know where, digitaltrends.com.